Have you ever woken up feeling the weight of your own body? The familiar ache in your knees, the heaviness in your limbs, or that stubborn fog clouding your mind? Even though you've been careful about eating your vegetables every day, if you're over 60, you're not alone. But what if I told you that some of the vegetables you've trusted for years might be quietly working against you? It's a surprising truth, one that many seniors only discover after years of frustration and unexplained pain. My name is Dr. David Harper, and for over 30 years, I've specialized in helping people just like you reclaim their energy, mobility, and joy through nutrition designed specifically for the aging body. Let me take you back a few years. I remember sitting at the kitchen table with my own mother, Eleanor, a vibrant woman who had always been the heart of our family. She loved her garden. Filling plates with fresh vegetables she believed kept her strong and healthy. But as the years passed, I watched her vitality fade. Morning stiffness kept her from walking the dog. Fatigue stole hours from her days, and her sparkling mind dimmed with frustrating forgetfulness. It broke my heart. As a doctor, I dug deeper. I discovered that while vegetables are essential, some common ones contain compounds that can trigger inflammation or interfere with nutrient absorption, especially in bodies over 60. Our digestive systems and metabolisms change. What once healed can now hurt. Why this matters more than you think. If you're reading this, perhaps you're battling chronic joint pain, relentless fatigue, or digestive troubles that no doctor seems to fully explain. You've tried supplements, exercises, and healthy diets, but the struggle continues. I want to tell you, it doesn't have to be this way. Imagine waking up one morning without that familiar stiffness. Imagine having enough energy to take a walk, tend your garden, or play with your grandchildren without needing to sit down afterward to rest. These aren't just dreams. They're within reach once you understand which vegetables might be doing more harm than good, and how to replace them with nourishing alternatives designed for your body's current needs. The 5 vegetables silently sabotaging your health. Let's explore the 5 common vegetables that often cause more harm than help after age 60. This is not about eliminating vegetables entirely. Far from it. It's about choosing the right ones and preparing them properly to support your health. 1. Eggplant. The inflammation trigger you didn't see coming. Eggplants have always been a favorite for many. Their shiny, deep purple skin and firm, meaty texture make them a staple in countless comforting dishes. For years, they've graced our tables, adding color and flavor to meals we cherish. But what if I told you that this seemingly harmless vegetable might be quietly causing you discomfort, especially as you age? Inside every eggplant is a natural compound called solanine, part of the nightshade family. While younger bodies usually handle solanine without issue, as we grow older, especially after 60, our bodies don't break down this compound as well. This can lead to low-grade inflammation creeping in, often unnoticed at first. Over time, this inflammation shows up as stubborn joint pain, stiffness, and aching muscles, symptoms that many seniors face daily. Let me share a story that might sound familiar. Margaret is 74 years old, a retired librarian with a gentle smile and a love for knitting. She once couldn't get enough of eggplant parmesan, a dish she savored every chance she got. But in recent years, Margaret found herself struggling more and more with stiffness in her hands. Simple tasks like buttoning her blouse or holding knitting needles became painful and frustrating. It was as if her hands weren't hers anymore. She wondered if her beloved eggplant had anything to do with it. After all, the pain seemed to worsen after meals containing it. So, with a little guidance, she decided to remove eggplant from her diet entirely. The change wasn't easy at first. Food habits run deep, especially comfort foods linked to memories. But within weeks, Margaret noticed something remarkable. The stiffness in her hands began to ease. The pain diminished. She felt a lightness and flexibility she hadn't experienced in years. Margaret told me, "It's like I got my hands back. I can knit again, and I feel more like myself." Her story is a powerful reminder. Our bodies change with age, and what once was harmless can become a hidden trigger. But the good news is, small adjustments can bring big relief. If you enjoy the texture and flavor of eggplant, but want to avoid the inflammation it may cause, try swapping it for vegetables like zucchini or butternut squash. These alternatives provide similar taste and consistency without the inflammatory side effects, helping keep your joints comfortable and your meals enjoyable. Aging doesn't have to mean giving up the foods you love or accepting pain as inevitable. Sometimes, understanding how our bodies respond to certain foods can open the door to better health and more joyful living. If joint pain or stiffness has been holding you back, consider looking closely at your diet. It might just be the key to reclaiming your comfort and independence. 2. Green bell peppers, the gut agitator in your salad. As we grow older, our bodies don't work quite the same way they used to. Our digestion can slow down, our immune system might weaken, and even simple meals can sometimes leave us feeling uncomfortable. One surprising culprit that many don't realize is lurking in their everyday salads is the green bell pepper. Green bell peppers are a common, colorful addition to many dishes, but they contain something called lectins, a type of protein that can irritate the delicate lining of your intestines. When you're younger, this irritation might not cause much trouble, but after 60, our intestinal walls often become more fragile and permeable, making it easier for lectins to cause inflammation. This can lead to bloating, digestive discomfort, and even interfere with the way your body absorbs vital nutrients, the very nutrients you need more than ever to stay strong and healthy. Take Frank, for example. Frank is a 70-year-old former firefighter. For years, he struggled with painful leg cramps and frequent stomach upset. He couldn't figure out why these issues kept coming back, even though he was careful about his diet. His daily routine included a fresh salad, always topped with green bell peppers because he thought they were the healthiest choice. One day, Frank decided to try swapping those green peppers for red and yellow ones, based on advice he heard about their lower lectin content and higher vitamin levels. Within just a few days, something remarkable happened. The leg cramps he had suffered from for years faded away, and his digestive discomfort significantly eased. Frank felt more comfortable, lighter, and more energized. Simple changes that made a huge difference. Not only are red and yellow bell peppers easier on the gut, but they also pack a nutritional punch. They contain nearly 3 times more vitamin C than green peppers. Vitamin C is essential for supporting your immune system, which naturally weakens with age, and for maintaining healthy skin, something that often becomes a concern after 60. For those of us who want to enjoy our meals without the discomfort or worry of digestive issues, this small swap can be a game changer. Choosing red or yellow bell peppers instead of green isn't just about flavor. It's about giving your body the gentle care it deserves as it ages. Simple adjustments like this can help you feel better every day, protect your digestive health, and keep you strong for all the moments that matter. 3. White potatoes, the comfort food that fuels inflammation. For many of us, especially as we grow older, food isn't just about nutrition. It's about comfort, memories, and the simple joys of life. White potatoes have long been a staple on dinner tables, offering warmth and satisfaction in every bite. But as we age, something inside our bodies changes, and that beloved baked potato might not be as harmless as it once seemed. You see, white potatoes are high in starch, which means they cause our blood sugar to rise quickly. When blood sugar spikes happen often, it triggers inflammation in the body, a silent enemy that many older adults struggle with. This inflammation can worsen joint pain, deepen fatigue, and make everyday activities feel harder than they should. Why does this happen more as we age? Our bodies naturally become less efficient at handling blood sugar spikes. The insulin response, which helps keep blood sugar levels stable, slows down, making those rapid rises in sugar more impactful. This isn't just a small inconvenience. It can affect your quality of life, your energy, and your comfort. Let me tell you about John. John is 68 years old and spent most of his life working as a construction worker. He loved his baked potatoes, simple, filling, and familiar. But as the years went by, he noticed something troubling. Every afternoon, he would feel his energy crash. His legs would cramp painfully after a long day, and it became harder to stay active and enjoy the things he loved. John's doctor suggested he try swapping out his white potatoes for alternatives that wouldn't spike his blood sugar so dramatically. At first, John was skeptical. How could sweet potatoes or cauliflower replace the comfort of his favorite side dish? But as he made the switch, something changed. His afternoon energy slumps faded. His leg cramps became less frequent, and he felt steadier throughout the day. Sweet potatoes, rich in antioxidants and fiber, gave him the familiar comfort of a warm, satisfying meal without the harsh blood sugar roller coaster. Cauliflower, too, became a new favorite, adding variety and nutrients without the inflammation risk. John's story is a reminder that small changes can make a big difference, especially as we grow older. Choosing foods that support steady blood sugar levels can ease joint pain, reduce fatigue, and help you feel more in control of your health. If you find yourself tired by mid-afternoon, dealing with achy joints, or waking up with cramps, it might be time to rethink the comfort foods on your plate. White potatoes are comforting, yes, but there are better choices that can still bring warmth to your meal and peace to your body. 4. Kale, the superfood that can harm your kidneys and joints. For many years, kale has been praised as a superfood, packed with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber. It's easy to see why so many of us, especially those who want to stay healthy in later years, have welcomed kale into our daily diets. But what if this seemingly perfect green has a hidden downside, especially for seniors? The truth is, kale contains high levels of oxalates, natural compounds found in many leafy greens. While oxalates are harmless to most people, they can bind with calcium in the body and form kidney stones. For older adults, whose kidneys naturally become less efficient with age, this can be a serious concern. The body's ability to process and eliminate oxalates slows down, increasing the risk of painful kidney stones that can cause not only discomfort, but also complications requiring medical intervention. This was the case for my mother, Eleanor. She was a vibrant woman in her early 70s, always careful about what she ate. Every morning, she made herself a kale smoothie, convinced it was giving her the best nutrition. But one day, she experienced sharp, persistent pain in her side, a symptom that eventually led to the diagnosis of her first kidney stone at age 72. The experience was painful and frightening for her. The stone caused intense discomfort, making even simple movements difficult, and the recovery was slow. But beyond the immediate pain, there was another challenge. Eleanor also noticed increasing joint stiffness and discomfort. At first, she thought it was just a natural part of aging. Later, she learned that the high oxalate content in kale might be contributing to inflammation and joint issues. Concerned, Eleanor consulted with her doctor and a nutritionist. They suggested she reduce her intake of high oxalate foods like kale and try alternatives that are gentler on her kidneys and joints. She switched to spinach and arugula, greens that are still nutritious but have lower oxalate levels. Within a few weeks, Eleanor felt a noticeable difference. Her joint pain eased, and her kidney function tests showed improvement. Most importantly, she no longer lived in fear of sudden kidney stone attacks. It was a simple change, but it made a big difference in her quality of life. This story is a reminder for all of us, especially seniors, that not all superfoods are equally safe as we age. What may be beneficial at one stage of life can become a risk factor at another. Understanding how our bodies change and listening to those subtle signs of discomfort can help us make better choices. If you or a loved one rely on kale or other high oxalate foods daily, consider talking to your healthcare provider about whether it's the best choice for you. Small adjustments, like swapping kale for other leafy greens, can protect your kidneys and reduce joint pain, helping you maintain a healthier, more comfortable life. 5. Beets, the heart-healthy veggie that can lower blood pressure too much. For many older adults, maintaining a healthy heart and stable blood pressure is a daily priority. Among the foods often recommended for heart health, beets have gained a reputation as a natural helper. Known for their rich nutrients and ability to lower blood pressure, beets can be a wonderful addition to a diet, but there's an important caution many seniors don't hear enough about. Beets contain natural compounds called nitrates, which relax blood vessels and improve blood flow, often leading to lower blood pressure. For someone with mildly elevated blood pressure, this is usually a good thing. However, for seniors already on medication to control their blood pressure, adding beets, especially in concentrated forms like fresh beet juice, can sometimes lower blood pressure too much. This can cause symptoms like dizziness, weakness, and even fainting, which are serious risks at any age, but especially for older adults who may already be vulnerable to falls. Take William's experience as an example. William is 74 years old and has been passionate about gardening for decades. When he heard about the benefits of beet juice, he eagerly began including it in his morning routine, hoping it would help keep his heart healthy. But after a few weeks, William started to notice unsettling episodes, sudden dizziness, a feeling of lightheadedness, and even a couple of fainting spells. At first, he couldn't understand why these symptoms were happening. Was it his medication? His age catching up? After talking with his doctor and reviewing his habits closely, William discovered that the beet juice was the likely culprit. The powerful blood pressure-lowering effect of the beets, combined with his existing medication, was causing his blood pressure to dip dangerously low. Once William stopped drinking beet juice, the symptoms disappeared almost immediately. This story isn't just about beets. It's about the importance of paying close attention to how foods and medications interact, especially in later years. Many seniors take multiple medications and make dietary changes hoping to improve health, but without guidance, these changes can sometimes have unintended consequences. What can you do if you want to enjoy beets safely? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist. Before adding beet juice or large amounts of beets to your diet, discuss it with your healthcare provider, especially if you're on blood pressure medications. Start slow and monitor symptoms. If you decide to try beets, begin with small amounts and pay attention to how your body reacts. Watch for dizziness, weakness, or unusual fatigue. Regularly check your blood pressure at home. Keeping track of your numbers can help you notice if your blood pressure is dropping too low. Maintain a balanced diet. Beets can be part of a heart-healthy diet, but they should complement other foods and habits recommended for your individual health needs. The takeaway is simple but vital. Beets are a heart-friendly vegetable, but when it comes to managing blood pressure, especially in older adults, balance and caution are key. By staying informed and working closely with your healthcare team, you can enjoy the benefits of beets safely without risking your well-being. Embracing health changes without feeling overwhelmed. Change is never easy, especially when it comes to something as personal and routine as the food we eat every day. If you're in your 60s or beyond, you've likely lived through decades of habits, traditions, and tastes that feel comforting and familiar. But sometimes, our bodies begin to tell us a different story, a story of discomfort, sluggishness, or health concerns that can't be ignored. I want you to know this. You are not alone, and your health is absolutely worth the effort it takes to make changes. But it doesn't have to be overwhelming or stressful. In fact, the gentlest steps often bring the deepest benefits over time. Start small, start simple. The first thing to remember is that you don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Instead, begin with one small change. Maybe you notice that certain vegetables seem to upset your digestion or cause discomfort. Choose just one, the one that seems to bother you the most, and focus on that first. For example, if eggplant has been causing you some digestive trouble, try swapping out for zucchini. It's softer on the stomach, but still gives you that satisfying vegetable texture. Or if white potatoes feel heavy, sweet potatoes can be a wonderful substitute, packed with nutrients and easier to digest. Cook with care. How you prepare your food makes a big difference, especially as we age. Heavy frying or rich sauces can be hard on a sensitive stomach. Instead, try cooking methods that are gentle and nourishing. Steaming or roasting your vegetables brings out their natural flavors without overwhelming your digestion. These methods help your body absorb nutrients more easily and reduce any feelings of bloating or discomfort. Keep it simple with a food journal. It might sound tedious, but keeping a small, simple food journal can be a real game changer. Just jot down what you eat and how you feel afterward. Over days and weeks, you'll begin to see patterns, which foods give you energy and which ones might be causing aches, bloating, or tiredness. This is your personal guide to better health, created by your own experience. Use nature's helpers. Sometimes, nature provides just the right support when we need it most. Adding herbs like turmeric and ginger to your meals or teas can gently ease inflammation and support digestion. These aren't quick fixes, but small helpers that work quietly over time, making a difference in how your body feels day by day. Be patient and kind to yourself. The most important thing to remember is this: progress takes time. Your body isn't expecting perfection overnight. It's looking for consistency and care. Don't rush, don't stress. Celebrate every little step forward, no matter how small. Over weeks and months, these gentle changes will add up, bringing you greater comfort, energy, and well-being. Your journey toward better health is a journey of love and respect for yourself. You deserve to feel good, to enjoy your meals without worry, and to embrace the days ahead with strength. Take it one step at a time, and know that each small change is a gift to your future self. 5 vegetables to embrace for a vibrant life after 60. While some veggies may cause trouble, others become powerful allies. Broccoli activates your body's defenses against aging and inflammation. Spinach improves blood flow and brain clarity. Carrots support balance and steady energy, critical to avoid falls. Sweet potatoes help stabilize blood sugar and boost immunity. Asparagus feeds good gut bacteria, aiding digestion and mood. Your golden years should be about joy, activity, and connection, not held back by preventable pain or fatigue. The right foods can change everything. I've seen hundreds of seniors transform their lives simply by adjusting their diets thoughtfully. You don't need to overhaul your meals overnight. One small change today can be the first step toward many more days filled with energy and comfort. You deserve to feel your best, no matter your age. If you want, I'd love to guide you through this journey with more personalized tips and recipes. Together, we can unlock the power of nutrition tailored to your life. This is Dr. David Harper, wishing you health, hope, and happiness in every meal.